Coming up on Hanover Headlines, some students are stuck without working showers.
Also, get to know the new student hangout.
And one student gets set to change the way kids learn.
We'll have all the details coming up on Hanover Headlines. Welcome to Hanover Headlines, your source for all things Hanover. I'm Lindsay Burke, here with Colin Key.
Summer is only a week away, but there is still a lot going on before we head home. First up, searching for a working shower on campus. Not something that a student should have to do, but now it's a necessity for residents living in second floor west of Catherine Parker Hall. With no working showers, these Hanover students are being deprived of something that should be expected. An unbearable smell is also coming from the bathroom, and many students have become frustrated.
It's really frustrating to not be able to shower at my own convenience, and we used to only have one shower, and now we don't have any showers, so it's really frustrating to have to walk all the way across the hall to then hope that nobody else is showering over there.
Maintenance has been notified on the issue and say they will be working to fix the problem. But with the end of year fastly approaching, it looks like those in Catherine Parker Hall West will have to continue looking for a shower.
From old bathrooms to new facilities, a new addition to Hanover's campus is now open. The Winslow Student Activities Center was dedicated this weekend. Janet Schnurr gives us the lowdown on the new space.
Mrs. Joanne Withrow donated $1 million to the center, which officially opened on Saturday. The center now includes new games, pool and foosball tables, TV lounges, a craft room, and a computer lab. After going months without a student activity center, students now have one that was worth the wait. President Sue DeWine made sure the Student Activity Center was at the top of the list of what Hanover needed. She says it's important to have a place for students to gather and have fun.
There's all kinds of possibilities here, and today we turn it over to the students to imagine those possibilities.
Members of the Student Activity Center Committee are hopeful that the Withrow Center will bring more students together.
Students in all residential facilities the ability to meet and become closer with other people in an environment that isn't cramped and has plenty of space.
With so many possibilities, plus a coffee shop, the Withrow Center will be put to good use for years to come. For Hanover Headlines, I'm Janet Schnurr.
Winslow Nation creator and Hanover junior Devin Kandaki is ready to take his company to the next level. Kandaki wants to show everyone that Winslow should be in every classroom. Winslow Nation is seeing some big plans in the coming years, but there are already school readings and keynotes. But Kandaki hopes to take his company across the U.S. to gain popularity. Kandaki is excited for the future and how he will promote Winslow.
We're going to Los Angeles, San Francisco. We're going to be going to Miami, where I'm from. We're going to be going to New York to Comic-Con. We're going to be going to different kind of fairs to help promote, because that's where a lot of the businesses come together.
Kandaki also wrote a theme song to go along with the merchandise. He created his company to help kids and envisions Winslow becoming the next big thing in children's products. Turning to weather, yesterday was a hot one, but today will be a little cooler. Matt Ryan has all the details and a look into your weekend forecast. Matt, what do you have for us?
Okay, today, as you can see, well, we weren't expecting a few showers, but we had a few early showers going on today. Temperatures are going to be in the high 70s with a few showers going on this weekend. And if you're heading out to the track this weekend up in Indianapolis, expect a few showers on Saturday and Sunday, but temperatures are going to remain in the high 70s. That's all we have for you thus far. Back to you guys.
And in sports, a member of Hanover's coaching community will take part in the selection of athletes for a U.S. national team over the summer. Hanover lacrosse coach Skip Lickfuss will be partaking in the selection of players for the U.S. national team. Lickfuss is a National Lacrosse Hall of Famer and has both coached and played for the U.S. program. Even after 30 years of his working in lacrosse, his love for the game has gone unchanged.
It's just been a lifelong passion, and it's been just an enjoyable time, and just the opportunity to be able to continue to do that, especially now here, and hopefully bring some of those experiences to the guys here at Hanover.
With the help of other coaches, he will work to fill a 23-man roster. The team will compete for the World Lacrosse Championship in Denver next July.
The newest sport on campus is considered the fastest growing sport in the country, and one of Lacrosse's players is using his skill as a way to play at the international level. I definitely didn't know.
Coming off his sophomore season, Luke Karnick will be trying out for the Latvia national lacrosse team this August. Now, most people don't know where Latvia is, but it is in the Baltic region of Northern Europe, right next to Russia. Now, to try out for a national team, you have to be 50% of that ethnicity. And now your mom and grandparents are both 100% Latvian. How do they feel about you going and doing this?
My mom's really excited. She's the one who actually pushed me to do this in the first place. My grandma, I talked to her a little bit, and she's just ecstatic. Just the thought of me playing for where she grew up, it's exciting to her. It's exciting to my entire family, I think. And even my dad, who's not even Latvian at all, is excited. I mean, everyone just wants to see also me just playing at a higher level too.
Now, our coach here at Hanover, he's the head of the selection for the U.S. team, and it's looking like some fierce competition to fill the 23-man roster for his team. How do you think the competition is going to stack up for you in Latvia?
It's actually going to be a lot harder than you'd think. They can only take 4 people from out of the country who aren't passport holding, so 4 people who aren't citizens of Latvia, and I'm going to go up against at least 6 Division I lacrosse players, but I'm not too worried about it, considering I've played against most of those guys in summer ball, and I'm just pretty confident in everything, so I think we'll be all right.
Now, like you said, you've played against some of these D1 kids in summer ball and stuff, and you get to watch them on TV, and some of these kids playing in college who are going to be on the U.S. team and the Canadian team. Does that make you nervous at all playing against them at this level, at that stage?
Oh yeah, it's terrifying to think if I make it, I'll be playing. If you know lacrosse, I'll be playing against guys like Brody Merrill or Paul Rabel, and that's a horrifying idea considering they're some of the greatest athletes the sport's ever seen, and they're just absolute monsters. So it's a little nerve-wracking, yeah.
Okay, so after you make the team, are you gonna what are you planning to do in Latvia on your visit? I know you're going with your mom. Are you guys excited to just kind of visit?
Yeah, I mean, the tryout's a week long, so we'll after that we'll probably stay because we have family who still lives there, and we'll hang out there and just get to see the sights. I mean, I've never actually been out of the country, so it'll be interesting.
Sorry. Now, after you make the team, you're going to come back here for about a year, and you'll be back playing at Hanover before you get to go back and play next July. That should be a little bit of a transition for you.
Oh, it'll be something else. 'Cause, yeah, I mean, just coming back from playing with all those Division I guys and the guys who have been playing, the guys on the Latvian team too have been playing together for 12 years now, some of them. So it'll be a big transition coming back to guys who I'm just starting to know, like incoming freshmen, and guys who are coming back after ineligibility problems, and just it's going to be a whole different transition and a whole different world again. And not to mention, our offense here is totally different from what I'm going to be running out there. So it's just it'll be a big transition, yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for being here with me, Luke. Maybe we'll get to see you next year in July play in the Men's World Lacrosse Championships in Denver. Back to you in the studio.
Luke isn't the only one who has something to be excited about. The Hanover women's rugby team just finished on a high note, going undefeated, including 2 wins over Division I Ball State. Matt Ryan is with a freshman player, Kayla Fairnow, to see just how high this team can fly.
The rugby club began in 2007, but 2012 marked the women's inaugural season. Joining me today is freshman fullback Kayla Fairnow. Kayla, thanks for being on the show.
Hi, thank you.
Now, first off, okay, the rugby team this year, the women's team, you guys went undefeated in your first ever season. How does that feel?
It feels great. We played Ball State, and that's when we were undefeated. That was our last game, and I yelled, "Undefeated!" It was awesome.
That's great. And now, rugby this year has seen an increase, in fact, an 8.7% increase in players since last year. So do you feel as though maybe rugby will become an NCAA sport one day?
I'm not exactly sure, but I know it's more respected now because the stats have raised. Yeah.
Okay, because, there's some people that feel that, rugby, there's no dominant player, there's not a whole lot of stats, there's no action. So there's some people that feel like it should not be a sport.
Yeah, because of the no padding and because there's no superstars and all that good stuff. And not a lot of people come out and watch our games, but we still put flyers everywhere. And we try to get all our friends to come out. But there's been a lot more people coming out to see our home games, so that's good.
Well, definitely taking popularity, talking about that. In 2016, rugby is going to be an Olympic sport. So what are your thoughts on that, knowing that you play rugby?
That'd be cool if I could be in it. I'm not sure if that's plausible, but I'll definitely watch it for sure and root for rugby, root for every team in the Olympics because Olympics are really cool. But that's a big deal to have that happen.
Absolutely. Now, I talked to your coach earlier, and one thing he said is that you guys are just dominant. You guys destroy everybody you play. So now that you're going to be facing some tougher competition next year, how do you feel that competition is going to help you guys in the future?
We'll definitely be able to play harder teams because we played Earlham all last year and then Ball State was the only other team that we played. Without playing Ball State, we wouldn't have been able to play the harder competition that we're playing this fall. So that's definitely good that we played Ball State, but we'll be playing a lot harder college, more D1 colleges, but we beat Ball State and they were D1, so I think we'll be okay, but I'm really excited about it.
And now he also tells me that you guys are going to be in a national tournament this upcoming year in Nashville, Tennessee, I believe. So how are you going to deal with that? You're going to be facing teams from all over the country.
Yeah, it's Nash Bash. I'm really excited about it. I was scared this year because we were supposed to do that, but there weren't enough teams to do it. So that's how we just played Ball State. But there'll be a lot more teams. Without even playing, we'll get to see the teams and what they look like and kind of size them up a little bit. But I think we have a really strong team. We're really fast, so that's definitely good. We need to work on conditioning more and our strength, but we definitely have fast going on against other teams.
Okay.
That's all for this edition of Hanover Headlines, your source of news for all things Hanover.
Thanks for joining us. See you next week.
Yeah, we did do pretty well. Yeah, I met him, but yeah, it's pretty cool.